Hi everyone, welcome to the course Adlerian Psychology. In this course, I'm gonna talk about Adlerian Psychology method. Adlerian Psychology is a psychotherapy approach based upon the work of Alfred Adler. Adler is often considered one of the big three founders of psychotherapy alongside Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. His individual psychology approach has been adopted in many areas of counseling, education, and community work. Adler began studying the work of Sigmund Freud and delving into psychology. By the early 90s, Adler had gained such prominence as a psychiatrist that he was invited to be a member of Sigmund Freud's exclusive discussion group. As time passed, Adler broke from the group and created his own theory of individual psychology. Adler's approach focused on the importance of nurturing feelings of belonging in the individual within the context of his community. He believed that a person's feelings, emotions, thinking, and behavior can only be understood in the context of that person's life experiences. Adler focused on the effects of feelings of inferiority and inadequacy on an individual's mental health. These feelings are usually a result of early age devaluation, a physical limitation, or a lack of empathy. While feelings of inferiority can cause neurotic behavior, they can also be a source of motivation. Today's Adlerian therapy is intended as a short-term intervention with the goal of solving a specific psychological problem. The therapy is used in many types of disorders and with all age groups. 4 stages of Adlerian therapy are engagement, assessment, insight, and reorientation. Engagement is when the client develops a trusting relationship with the therapist. At the beginning of the therapy, the therapist engaged their client in developing a close relationship. They establish their goals and boundaries and foundation of trust. Assessment is when the therapist attempts to understand the person's history. That is important because where a person fits into the family can affect how he perceives himself. Afterwards, the therapist encourages the client to talk about their experiences, emotions, behaviors, family, upbringing, and drives. This helps the therapist understand the current behaviors and beliefs of the client. Insight is the observation the therapist imparts to the client. The therapist helps the client develop new ways of thinking. Client is encouraged to take on a new perspective on his current situation and his past experiences. Reorientation is when the therapist reframes destructive thoughts and negative ideas in a positive manner. It helps the individual developing new ways of thinking about his situations and having new responses to the circumstances they encounter. Clients are shown that they can make changes to their lifestyle to reinforce their new perspective. This new positive perspective can give them the confidence to take steps in achieving their goals. Adlerian therapy can be used with clients of different cultures, and it is useful in treating any psychological disorders. Children who feel unloved will seek validation and acceptance through their behavior. When a child is not given attention for positive behavior, they will seek attention for bad behavior. This becomes internalized, and the child then carries that behavior into adulthood. The Adlerian theory accepts the person as a whole individual instead of just as a collection of behaviors and beliefs. People improve when they feel accepted and valued. Placing value on the individual and accepting them as a whole make positive changes in their lifestyle. The goal of therapy is to show the client that they have control over their thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. Sticking to beliefs that were created early can be changed with time, effort, and help from their therapist. Once they are shown that old beliefs don't have to have a bearing on their current life, they can confidently move forward. Adlerian therapy can help individuals gain confidence in themselves to help them make confident decisions. It can aid them in being independent without the fear that they might fail. Though failure is a part of life, constantly feeling like a failure can interfere with their daily living. Once the fear is removed, the person can live their best life and form cohesive relationships with others. Adlerian therapy is not for people who expect quick results. Adlerian therapy takes effort, dedication, and commitment. This therapy involves a deep dive into early life events. This might be intimidating for those who do not wish to confront childhood memories that might be painful.